Hi everybody and welcome along. I hope you're enjoying another sunny day like I am and Crumble is in the garden. Right, so it is the final tile painting episode in our series. So what are we going to do with these paintings that we've spent hours doing? Well, grab your paints, we'll get started and I'll show you what I'm doing with them. So here we are. We've done it, we've finished. And I've now got a whole load of tiles to work out what I'm going to do with them. Well, the first thing I want to look at is actually there might be a tiny bit left of painting because I want to see that they all work together. Now the camera is not wide enough in terms of its lens to show me every single tile. But what I want to look at is, in comparison to one another, do they look even? Does it look like it's got the right balance? And what I found, I had worried that some pieces might look a bit too bare, but when you've got these borders in, it really does actually help bring the whole piece together, and I actually think it works. But there are one or two, like this tulip here, which I think is maybe just could do with maybe like an extra little leaf or just maybe bringing it down a tiny bit. I'm quite happy with the rest of them. I feel like they're all quite nicely centered on the page. To be honest, it's just this tulip. So this is your opportunity to just do maybe a little tweak here and there to your pieces before we stick them all down. So I have a gorgeous Arches watercolour block that I very rarely actually use because it's so massive. This is 36 centimetres by 51 centimetres. So what I've done is I've got this ginormous piece of watercolour paper and I've realised that it just so happens to be a pretty perfect size for my tiles to fit on with just a little bit of grout, in inverted commas, between them. So I'm now going to enjoy placing my tiles on the piece, and I'm going to just play around with making sure I've got a range, because we've got, let's think about this. We've got plants, we've got people, we've got buildings, and we've got bugs. So if I get them into groups, people, buildings, plants, okay. And then I guess it's just a case of mixing and matching. There we go. It's a little bit calamitous today, but, and I feel like plants and the bugs are quite similar because they are, well, they both, most of them feature plants because the bugs are on plants. So I want to make sure that my flowers and my insects aren't too close to one another. In the same way that my buildings and people aren't too close to one another. It's going to be a challenge, I think. I'm going to probably be playing around with this for a while. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this very right at the moment, so bear with me and I'll be back. That's okay, starting to feel a little bit more like it now. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue on, just a bit of like PVA or all-purpose glue. I've got the absolute remnants of a bit. And I'm going to start placing them down. This is quite nerve-wracking, but I think you just have to go for it. So I'm going to place them down on my bit of watercolour paper. And then the joy is you could either frame it, probably don't need as much glue as I just put down there. And I'm going to do a little bit of a gap, like some grout. And I'm just doing it by eye. I know I've got a little bit extra on the bottom, and that's absolutely fine. And yeah, we're just going to fix them down simply one by one, and then find somewhere to hang it. So I've got everything glued down, and the finishing part is I'm just going to slice this little bit off the bottom. So please use caution and adult supervision if need be, if you need to do any work with a scalpel. And I've got my finished piece. And here is my finished mosaic.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Where are we gonna put it?
It's a very good question. I've never made a piece of art more than like A5 size that we've ever hung on the wall. I'm thinking maybe in the downstairs loo. This feels like a downstairs loo kind of piece. So I'm going to get a batten for top and bottom and then hang it. But I'm so pleased with it, and I think what I've realised as I've been doing this is I've been talking for a while about doing like a large scale bit of artwork, but I'm so programmed to do teeny weeny things like the size of one of these tiles, and this feels like my first step into creating something large in a way that I'm comfortable with. So I'm really pleased, and I hope that you at home have your very own large scale artwork. I mean, how fancy are we? We're proper artists now. And that you might hang it up and get tons of compliments, like I just got one then. But yeah, thanks so much for watching along. All the tile tutorials are in one special little tile playlist on YouTube. So if you've only just found us at the end and you want to go back and learn how to paint all of these different styles, you can just head to the Delft Tiles playlist on my channel and find them all there. But for now, I'll say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to the channel, because of course that helps us be found by more people so we can spread the wonder of watercolour. But for now, I will see you again next time. Bye!
Bye!